hear him?
Alright, both players are ready.
I don't think I can fix it.
Alright.
Unless I kill him.
Unless you kill him. Well, kill him, man.
Here we go.
He's in the fucking way.
Who's in the way?
That guy in the background?
Oh, okay.
His roommate?
Oh, we're playing on Abyssal City.
Abyssal City.
Abyssal City.
So
Alright, everybody. Hello, and welcome back to the IvD Yogi Time number 41. This is an all-division $10 prize pool tournament. And we're excited to get into this game. This is a ZVZ on Abyssal City. I'm your host, IvDHKRob, and joining me is Charmander and Sirkolsky. What's up, guys?
Not much.
Not much.
Alright, what do you guys think going into this game?
I don't know what to think much because this is it's a mirror matchup on Abyssal City, a very well-balanced map. So I don't know. Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Alright, well let me go ahead and introduce our players. Spawning in the bottom right, we have seen him take out a lot of great players, and we have seen him play enormously well. He is our green Zerg in the bottom right, qbBy. And spawning in the top left, he has fought his way all the way through the lower end of this bracket, not the loser's bracket, but the bracket below. He has fought his way all the way through there, taking out Terran after Terran. He is OpTiKcoyote.
Yes.
Oh, and he's Zerg.
And he's purple.
And he's purple.
And I think he's doing some nice work repairing.
Yeah, he is.
He is indeed. But it looks like we have a really early pull out of qbBy.
Yeah, it looks like we have a spawning pool, Evo Chamber coming up from qbBy, and I don't know. What do we see from our from Coyote?
It looks like we have a fast expand.
Out of Coyote, we are going to have this fast expand, but this is a very aggressive pool out of qbBy, and he's going to probably pump out quite a few lings to try and punish this really fast expansion out of OpTiKcoyote, which is not a really bad idea. He does have his gas going. He does have the 6 lings on the way, and this is going to be followed up by speedling, I'm sure. So
I don't know. I don't know what to say about it.
Kind of exciting. This is very unusual timings, and it's going to come down to if he can do damage, then this is going to be good. If he cannot do damage, he's going to be so far behind in this build that it's not even going to be worth it. So let's see how this ends up, as the lings are going to come out of their eggs and start making their way across the map.
And speed has started.
Yeah, as the spawning pool just starts from Coyote. So.
Yep. qbBy pulling everything but one drone off of gas. Definitely a sign that he's not going to go for Speedling, but he isn't. No, he is going to go for Speedling. He's not going to go for Baneling. I'm sorry. He's not going to go for Baneling, so he's definitely going to run these lings up into the natural, and he's going to try to deny this hatchery. Coyote is not going to be able to defend this right now. His pool is not up. He has nothing but drones. But of course, there goes the cancel on the natural as more lings coming in here from qbBy. They're going to make their way up the ramp and into the main. Oh, actually, that was actually a very nice micro there out of Coyote, but the 2 lings coming up the ramp are going to be able to take out that drone. The drones are going to be microed around, but lings finally being pulled out here. But so much damage has been done here already. The denial of the natural, the drones that have been killed, even though it hasn't been a whole lot, only 2 drones have been killed here. That is still something, and it looks like this is not a good position for Coyote at all, as the lings do outnumber now, with that concave going to be able to give that upper end, that edge. But the queen is going to come out here and is going to just ward off these lings.
But now that speed is finished, he can quickly reinforce these lings with lings from the main base, and in almost no time.
Oh, but we do have a Baneling nest going down, and drones are put back on the gas, so this is going to include some Baneling pressure, which is a really good move here out of qbBy, as he's going to be able to bust on these drones, and if these drones are not split properly, if these drones are not microed properly, then this could be heavy, heavy damage.
Yes, most definitely.
And it looks like 3 Banelings are going to be morphed here.
Where's the other 2?
The other 2 are up here in the main base. And
okay.
here they go. The two banelings coming out here. The lings going in for the push. And oh no, the banelings bust on all those lings. The drones do make it out alive, but so many lings have been lost here that now the drones are just baits. And another baneling.
Everything has pretty much been dealt with. We have.
There's one baneling.
There is one baneling in the base, and more lings coming in the natural here.
And that
the queen is caught out of position here. The baneling is going to survive. It looks like maybe if he micros it well enough, but that queen does fall, and that's going to be huge. The one drone taking the hit from the baneling, making sure that does absolutely no damage. Lings coming out from Coyote, but there are more lings here from qbBy. qbBy doing great here, keeping his opponent behind, making sure his opponent has nothing to do. But oh, a baneling being morphed is going to be caught by these lings, but the lings are going to make their way around, and they're going to trick the lings from Coyote into letting them into the base. But a baneling is going to come out here. Oh, it busts, only kills 2 lings here. Not a good trade for qbBy at all, as now Coyote is going to gain the upper hand by having the more baneling, not the more banelings, the more lings, and they do have speed as well. He does have the baneling nest up, and he can get across the map and put pressure on qbBy.
Yeah, but qbBy's just doing some ring around the rosy type of things, and he's just pulling him away from his main base.
Oh, but he only has 1 ling left, and right now, Coyote really confident he is going to expand. Both players expanding here, but qbBy has had his natural up longer, as he did put it down while he was applying pressure, and that's exactly what you need to do. That does put qbBy in the lead here, but a lot of lings streaming across the map from Coyote. They're going to allow Coyote to put pressure that he really does need to put. A ling being sent up here just for a scout. Baneling in position here for qbBy is going to start warding off these lings. Not a whole lot that Coyote can do without banelings of his own. qbBy with even more banes is going to come in here, and he looks like he's in another good position. A great bust there from one baneling is going to take out quite a few lings, as qbBy continuing his pressure is going to make it in there and take out even more lings. The queen falls.
That's about it.
That is about it, but that is still a lot. That queen gone for as long as it has been is not good. 2 queens have been lost here from Coyote, and this is not a good position for Coyote at all, as there are banes in the natural here, and they're going to deflect this ling pressure.
Yeah, and during that whole engagement, it's just now that qbBy has taken the lead in supply, and he's it's going back and forth right now. But during the entire engagement and everything else, up in supply was Coyote. He's still winning in the drone count. And a run by. Coyote is gonna run these lings by, but it looks like they're gonna be picked off instantly by the lings from qbBy. I don't think he lost any drones there. No drones were lost
8
there.
8 health and 2 health drone though.
Oh. Well, it doesn't really matter, as there's nothing there to attack it, and the lings are streaming across the map once again for qbBy. How is he going to do this? Like, there are Evo chambers and spines coming up here, so it does look like a wall is going to go down, and qbBy going to scout this out instantly. He knows what he needs to do. He's going to run some lings up and put some pressure on this queen. He needs to get in there before the spines go up, otherwise all of this army is going to go to waste. The queen does back off. Oh, and the lings are susceptible to the banelings. The banelings make their way in, and they're going straight for the main, maybe. Yeah, but so many banelings were busted there, and it looks like this baneling is just going to bust on the hatchery, killing off some of the larvae.
Yeah. Again, these players are just exchanging lings for lings, banelings for banelings, and so on and so forth.
In such a fashion that it is really hard
It is really hard to do what these players are doing. Microing this Ling Baneling is one of the most difficult things about ZVZ, and both players doing it so well here, keeping each other on guard, keeping each other in a bad position, is exactly how you want to go about ZVZ. But anyways, it looks like a Ling run by is going to come out of Coyote, as he's going to check out this third and immediately run down to the natural, where there are Banes and a Spine waiting for him, so this is going to be cleaned up just fine. But no, he has that +1 armor that he did research recently, and that is going to allow his Lings to survive a Baneling, and now he's just going to start tearing things up, taking 1 drone kill there.
Yeah, it looks like during this time, qb, he's most likely going to transition into Roaches, and with the +1 missile attack upgrade, I presume.
We do have the +1 missile attack and +1 armor here coming out for qb. He is going to do a hard transition to Roach, which is exactly what you want to do right off of what he has done. 6 drones have been killed by his Banelings compared to Coyote's only 1 kill here, and that's going to give him a lot of confidence. Even though Coyote is ahead in drones, he does not have that tech, he does not have that army, but he is going for that early Spire, and that Spire is going to be pretty big if he can utilize the window that he has, that qb does not know about it. If he can utilize that window, then he's going to be able to do a lot of damage. Lings coming out of qb again are going to try to put pressure on what looks to be the third, based off of their direction that they're heading. But no, he's going to pull those back and put them on the Xel'Naga, opting for some map control instead.
What an intense ZVZ so far.
What an intense ZVZ is indeed. As it looks like the rings are going to gather. But it looks like the Lings are going to gather down here near the third for Coyote, morphing 4 Banelings for safety. 4 safety Banelings. 3 Banelings being morphed here. No, 4 Banelings being morphed here by qb down here towards where he could go for his third, or he could go for his fourth. A Ling is going to get in there and scout that out. Or not
The
quite.
Overlord did.
Yeah, the Overlord scouted that out. So it looks like that Ling is in a position just to snipe out those Banelings.
And Roach Speed's just finished at the same time the Spire's popped. So.
Right now, Coyote needs to utilize his position. He needs to get those Mitas out, and he does not need to use them on the Roaches. He needs to get them around the map to deal damage directly to his opponent. He has enough to deal with these Roaches if he utilizes what he has well. It looks like he is going to run that 1 Ling in, moving his Mitas in position here. He's going to try to deal with this small force of Roaches using the Mitas.
And he's going to be up against, I don't know, 20 Roaches versus 9 Mutas. That's our battle.
I want to see if no spores are going to go down here, but these Roaches are going to be cleaned up just fine. The Muta's gonna do a good job on that, but the Roaches now opting to go directly up to the natural, and the Mutas are stuck here attacking the... Oh wait, no, not a good move here by qb. But the Mutas are stuck here attacking a few Roaches at the third, as those Roaches at the natural are being forced back from the Lings. qb not doing a good job of keeping them in that choke, which is exactly what he wanted to do. The Lings now going to get a surround on him. He needs to utilize the terrain here, but it looks like he's just going to get that surround. It's going to allow for those Lings to get that surround. He's going to take a lot of losses there on the Roaches. And we should see spores going down. Or no, it looks like he's going to opt for Hydralisk in.
Yeah. Now, the major difference here between these two players right now is that Coyote has a third base. Even though it's heavily wounded, he has it and it's up. So the extra mining from that third base is going to benefit him a lot more than anything else will. Not
to mention, he is going to be able to deny that third base up. We do have 2 Lings up here at the third base for qb. And there are spores up here in the main, but it looks like these Mutas are going to get up here, and they're going to snipe out one of the Queens, and they're going to go after yet another one. Not a good position here for qb, as he doesn't have anything at this natural, and these Mutas are going to get free drone kills.
Yeah, he just has 2 Hydras on the field with 1 Queen, and that's not enough.
No, it is not indeed, as those Mutas are going to get away. He only lost 1 Muta in that attack, but Roaches being streamed across the map are about to attack the third
right here at Coyote's base. And are some lings there, but not enough to deal with this. This third can be lost here. qbBy could focus down that hatchery, but it looks like he is going to try and clean up the lings first. Roach is being brought in from Coyote. The third base does fall, and the queen along with it. Not quite. The queen. Okay, yeah, there goes the queen. The queen is going to fall as roaches are. Only one roach was lost there, or maybe two at the very most. But for a third base and a queen, that is not a bad trade at all for qbBy, as he immediately pulls those roaches back. Now with Hydras as part of his army, he cannot be killed by mutas. He needs to. He definitely needs to get investors up, and he definitely needs to expand off of this.
Yeah. This is a difficult one to say who's in the lead.
Well, right now the armor upgrades are in favor of qbBy. qbBy with 2-2 finishing up here, and Coyote with his +2 armor finishing up, but +2 missile weapons is lagging behind slightly. Now, the question is qbBy going to grab his hive earlier, or is he going to take more time to get to the point where he can grab his 3-3? Because that's going to be a really big point in this game.
Yes, and with 4 infestors on the way, he'll very well be able to handle a lot that comes at him. But both players are going to have 4 infestors with pathogen glands both respectively. So, looking to be very even.
Yes, it is going to be even once that upgrade comes out, but keep in mind that even though Coyote's third is lost, he has been on it longer, he has utilized it for longer, and he's actually only slightly behind on getting it back up compared to qbBy's getting his third up. So right now, no, actually it's slightly ahead. So right now, Coyote's still in a better position economically, as he's been keeping that economic lead the whole game.
And guess what we see? We see a Nidus network.
Ooh, Nidus network is going to go down here for Coyote, but now we have roaches, hydras, and infestors making their way across the map. A roach being thrown out there real quick, going to scout out what Coyote has, and Coyote has a lot of roaches and infestors, but he doesn't have that Hydra count, and the Hydra do put out the DPS, as it looks like the Hydras, roaches, and the infestors out of qbBy are going to make their way to the third and deny this once again, and this is not good at all for Coyote, as he really needs this third up.
He has been fungal growthing the Hydralisk, so they are down in some health.
But where are his roaches? I believe they are right around here for the flank. This is going to give a pretty good position for Coyote, but I don't know if he has enough here to deal with this. He needs to get more fungals down. Roaches coming in from the main, roaches coming around from behind. He did lose the third, but he does look like he's going to clean this up, and that's going to allow him to go straight for qbBy's own third with what he has.
Yeah, and as this is going on, there's an attack in the natural, but it's only 8 roaches, so...
It is only 8 roaches, but they are going to snag a queen, and they are going to go around, and they're going to be quite menacing here, getting a full scout of what's going on. He does already know about the infestors, so he already knows what he has, what he needs to know, but the hydras are out, and now qbBy, knowing about the hydras, is going to be able to deal with those appropriately.
Now what I want to know is what is Coyote going to do with this Nidus network that he constructed?
Oh, I am not quite sure. If we switch to his view, he does not have any good positions, but he is moving an Overlord in position to put down that Nidus, and there goes the Nidus starting in the main base of qbBy, as qbBy's roaches are at his third. Oh, this is definitely not good. He's pulling his roaches back, but it looks like this Nidus is going to finish. Drones are being pulled to deal with it. Some units need to get out here. The roaches, only a few roaches are going to get out, but that's going to be enough to stall for more time to get another Nidus down. But it looks like a fungal growth and some roaches are going to come in here to clean that up. He does snag a queen, and that is exactly not a horrible trade at all, getting that queen down and delaying larva just that much.
Yeah, and so he produced one that was further away, but it's at the third base, and now this third base of qbBy is under attack.
This third base is in trouble as fungals do go down here from these infestors. Great fungals indeed, but it looks like a lot of losses on both sides here. It looks like some fairly good damage did come out of Coyote, but qbBy going to clean this up just fine.
Oh, Burrowed Hydra. Burrowed Hydra.
Burrowed Hydra. What a menacing force. It looks like this army from QB is going to catch this Nidus Worm and going to kill it, as well as that Muta that was caught out of position. 4 infestors going to make their way across the map, burrowed up the ramp and into the natural, as they're going to be seen, actually. There is an Overseer here, and it is going to be caught, and it is going to be killed off.
And he quickly sees that and pulls back.
Which is definitely a good thing to do. But these infestors are making their way down to the 3rd, and infested Terran are going to go down at any moment here, which needs to happen really soon. QB cannot afford to leave these here, as an Overseer is being morphed, and Coyote already knows about the infestors and where they're at.
I would say that right now. I think he's being a little bit I don't know what the word
You're
is,
right, but there the infested Terran do go down here, and they're going to start cleaning up drones. That's really good. Really good move there from QB, but the fungal is going to go down from Coyote on those infested Terran. Trading energy for energy is a really good way to go here, but it doesn't look like that's going to last. The hatchery does indeed fall. There was nothing down here to deal with this because there were roaches in the natural, and there's the GG. Good luck in the tournament from Coyote, as QB with an attack at the natural that I completely missed is going to take this game.
What was that attack? That attack was a lot of roaches. Yeah.